The D.C. courts have convicted members of the Proud Boys under heavy words like seditious conspiracy and conspiracy to obstruct justice, not for their actions, but for the actions of everyone else there on January 6th. According to defense attorneys, the feds had scores of agent provocateurs at the Capitol on January 6th, and they needed to ask the judge permission to inquire about them in court.
Not just the FBI, but the Metropolitan Police Department in Washington, D.C. had informants in the Proud Boys. One of Mr. Metcalf's colleagues, Mr. Roots, made a motion for disclosure of other agents within the federal government, broadly conceived, that were involved in the Proud Boys. And the judge basically, I think the court's conclusion was, well, there are just too many government agencies for us to know. You've got to be more specific.
If you've been paying attention, then you've known this for well over a year now, and you're well aware that Ray Epps helped orchestrate the riot and even admitted to it, but he's somehow untouchable.
Ray Epps is all over the place. I can't tell you how many times we would be dissecting a video in court and out of nowhere, Ray Epps happens to be right in the middle of it.
Ray Epps was even cleaned up and put on television to stroke the sleepy minds of the brainwashed masses and rub it in the faces of the awakened. The original purpose of Washington, D.C. was to act as a central government in times of emergency. But today, Washington, D.C. is the emergency, and the United States of America is on its last breath. The District of Columbia's creation is rooted in the Constitution, which called for creating a 10-square-mile district to act as the seat of government and to exercise authority by the consent of the states. It was designed to remain independent and given limited powers. But over the centuries, it has become the same bloated big government that the founding fathers fought against. The executive branch of government has become so powerful in the United States that every living person in the nation has been helplessly subjected to its tyranny. And now, speak out against it, and you will be silenced.
If I write to you saying, I don't like what's going on in downtown Austin, somebody ought to string up city council. And I could say that, I'm a hothead. And we go to a demonstration that night and somebody breaches a barricade and throws a rock at a city council member. I'm as guilty of conspiring to cause that event as the Proud Boys were for appearing that day. This weaponizes speech in a way that cannot be permitted to stand.
Alex, this weaponizes dissent to a whole nother level.
Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese. Thank you for watching the latest Greg Reese Report. Be sure to go to reesereport.com to see my latest videos, sign up for my free newsletter, and subscribe for exclusive content. And be sure to support my sponsor at InfoWarsStore.com. Iodine is naturally acquired through the soil, which is at the foundation of our entire food supply. Modern farming techniques have stripped the soil of this essential trace element, which has caused an iodine deficiency in about half the population. And there are two things we need to do about it. We need to practice more regenerative farming. There are plenty of proven technologies in permaculture and biodynamics that will naturally keep the soil rich with iodine. And we need to ensure that we get the sufficient amount of iodine every day, derived from ancient sea salts found thousands of feet below the Earth's surface. Our InfoWars Life Survival Shield X3 is hands down the best. Pure nascent iodine, stabilized in an activated triiodine form. For a healthy thyroid and a healthy metabolism, get yours now at InfoWarsStore.com.